Yeah. So I remember playing against you and Fred like previously, and I definitely would have favored him in that matchup. But yeah, because in the past like he used to do like a lot better against me. But it might just be the matchups. Oh yeah. No handlings. Okay, so we've got Rorec and Burrito Mobile. Rorec playing Jigglypuff versus Burrito Mobile Sheik. I'm with Mr. Tuesday here.
Hello.
So I play this. So I play Sheik, and this matchup is definitely considered one of the hardest for Sheik.
This is definitely one of Sheik's 3 worst matchups between.
I'd say 4,
Spaceys.
sort of like Spaceys, this, and Ice Climbers. But I think the kind of opinion, sort of prevailing opinion, is that while she kind of actually loses to Spacey, she only loses to Puff and Ice Climbers when sort of like matchup inexperience, and otherwise it's like kind of even.
Yeah, I can
But
see that.
I do think, so Rorec might not be going for them, but there are a lot of sort of cheesy setups that Jigglypuff has, and if Sheik isn't aware of them, you know, you just sort of get rested every stock. If you want to see some videos of this happening, you can look up Ice versus Soft or Over Triforce versus Hugo. Some classic sets of Sheiks getting destroyed by Puffs, which whom people might consider worse on average.
So I was talking to Scribble about this matchup, and he says that after playing a couple of really good Sheiks at Apex, he says that you should pretty much always be crouching if you're on the ground as Puff.
As Puff, right.
Because there's just
And
nothing
also,
you can do.
also as Sheik, you need to crouch a lot. Oh, no, you don't need to, but crouching is also good because...
Yeah, unless they're spacing bears.
Yeah, they even when they space well, like... Oh, I guess not if they space really well, but sometimes if they miss space, you know, you can get the punish off the crouch cancel.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fair is pretty free into down
So,
tilt, right?
yeah. So Squibble played Android in his pool winners finals, actually, at Apex. And he took him to last stock both games mid-percent. And so he was telling me about how, you know, like, even these Sheiks as good as Android, like, don't really know the matchup. Even though Android he felt was so much better than him, he was still able to keep it even because this is one of the most sort of experience-dependent matchups in the game.
And to be fair, Europe is pretty tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see there you shielded, just crouch. Just crouch and wave dash forwards, and you can actually get under the needles and just close space and grab. It's pretty silly.
Yeah, Squibble is really good this matchup. One of the Puffs in the region.
Yeah, and landing those forward airs. I noticed that Rorec holds in a lot.
Yeah, so Burrito Mobile looking really solid this game, though. I don't really know much about either of these players, but Rorec looking pretty solid as Sheik, you know?
Yeah, it looks like a very solid Sheik. I think that's Burrito Mobile who's the Sheik.
Oh, right, yeah. Burrito Mobile Sheik. Rorec, the Jigglypuff player.
Yeah, and the thing about Jigglypuff that's takes some...
Oh, we're seeing a character counter pick here.
Oh, yeah, to Samus. I know he is a Samus main, and this matchup's not too bad for Samus.
So, I don't
You
know.
think so?
Some Samus players say this is Samus' worst matchup.
Oh, really?
Maybe this or like Falcon or something. So, recently, you know, Pluff lost to a Swedish Delight at Apex. I think, I don't know how bad this is actually. I'm not really an expert in this, but some Samuses really dislike it.
I think FD is a really good pick for Samus, though. FD or Dreamland. Probably banned Dreamland, but FD definitely a good pick for Samus.
So I imagine Burrito Mobile expecting a Puff pick would have banned Dreamland.
Yeah, and this
And
that's
then,
probably the ban.
and then that sort of played into his hand, so like he got a good ban against Samus as well.
He literally killed him with missiles.
Yeah, that's
how that stock went.
Yeah.
He pushed forward
So it looks
B
like
for about 40 seconds, and then Sheik died.
So it looks like Burrito Mobile is looking for a lot of sort of ground approaches or like sort of double jump approaches where he falls down with an aerial. And I think probably needs to mix it up with more sort of short hop aerials because that sort of short hop height allows you to get over the missiles while also not wasting a lot of time. Because if you do the double jump to escape the missiles, that's sort of putting you in a bad position because Sheik doesn't generally want to be above another character because all she has to come down with is like down air or like neutral air.
Oh, what? That was ridiculous.
So that's the OP. So Sheik's one single needle can cancel a fully charged shot, which is
that's so dumb.
Which is kind of stupid.
But you can see that Burrito Mobile is having a really hard time dealing with the missiles, and I don't know if I should say this loud or not, but you can just crouch under them and power shield them. Yeah, and power shield them is so easy when they're under. But
I'm actually pretty bad at that though.
Huh?
I actually like. I don't know, maybe it's just because Falco's lasers are much faster, but when I do the crouch to power shield chat Falco's high lasers, I'm not very sure actually.
It's harder with Falco, but with,
but with Samus it's much
so
easier.
easy. And
I
like,
think,
I play Peach, and you still
yeah.
get smashed in the face, so it doesn't.
Yeah, Peach is too tall. Well, actually, she's like the same height as Sheik. She doesn't know how to crouch. No one taught her when she was younger.
She
This is
didn't
how you
get that
crouch,
ninja
Peach.
flexibility training.
Right. And she doesn't have the puffball crouch training.
And Rorec getting some mileage out of that crouch cancel down smash. I think that's
I'm
like
actually
the
really
4th or
surprised
5th
by
time.
just how good this counter pick is working out for him.
Well, actually, I know that Rorec is Samus main. Just counter picks Jigglypuff against Peach and Sheik.
Oh, that's interesting.
They're very bad matchups for Samus. I don't know if Peach is that bad.
Right.
Apparently Sheik is.
Yeah, so like the consensus definitely is that Samus has a really bad matchup against Sheik, so that makes sense.
Yeah, live until 169. That's the problem with Samus, though.
Yeah,
it's
the
so
down smash has a really high base knockback, but not that much growth.
And the thing is, it's so DIable. I think it's the most DIable move in the game. So if you DI badly, it kills at like 80, and if you DI well,
I guess the thing is, it tricks a lot of people's DI, because of course you always expect to get sent sort of forward, but it's one of the few moves in the game that hits you backwards.
Oh, that recovery strat.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Sheik living to 200. This is not a common sight because typically when Sheik has to the missile kill.
Eats it.
Missile kill, yeah.
I'm surprised
Sorry,
that
I should update this
not throwing out more nairs or bears, because those are kill moves at that percent for sure.
Right. I think
wow,
but no.
Not worth it all.
Burrito
Burrito
so I think he knew that he could get back because Sheik has a technique where she goes straight up with up B, but she still turns around. You achieve this by tilting the control stick very slightly left or right. But it's something that like very few Sheiks can actually do consistently. And I think he sort of tried to do it probably, but then just got the straight up one instead.
Yeah, he also didn't do it fast enough. I think he just wasn't high enough.
He was high enough if he was facing the right way. Yeah.
But yeah, this pick, Rorec definitely looking a lot more comfortable on Samus than on Puff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's really showing that it's his main.
Yeah, although if you're gonna have a counter pick character for Samus, Puff is probably the right one because it covers pretty good matchup coverage.
I think, I'm thinking like maybe Fox.
Well, Fox is always the best secondary, right?
No,
Because he's the best character.
I don't think he's always the best secondary. I feel like, if you play Sheik, for instance, I think Moth is the best secondary. Actually, that's
really? Yeah, they do have.
My opinion. The reason it's not.
Ooh, and he eats it.
Yeah, ouch. So my opinion as to why Moth is the best secondary for Sheik is not about character matchups so much as stage matchups. Because Sheik's worst stages against Spaceys are Pokemon Stadium and FD. Like, those are considered really, really bad counter picks. And you can't ban both of them. So if you have a Moth in the back, like for
who's amazing
FD,
on both of those stages.
Right, who's amazing on both of those stages, that's going to be probably the best secondary for Sheik.
Yeah, that's a really interesting way of putting it. I've never thought of it that way.
So I've never really tried to develop like a secondary seriously, but it would probably be Moth if I tried.
Wow, Rorec with some pretty good up base stalling.
Right, so I think this is a sort of standard counterpick against Samus because Samus likes to live a really long time and can't really achieve that on this level.
Yeah, and you can see that he's having a hard time getting that missile spam up. Remember, he took that entire first game with just missile, or first stock.
Yeah, so Rorec wasn't winning that first game so much, or that second game, sorry, so much on the sort of close-up, footsies or anything. Mostly winning it on the missiles and the charge shots. Just
well, the charge shots didn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but the charge shots probably pressured him into getting hit by the missiles.
That's true. Although I really do think Sheik has excellent options for dealing with missiles.
Yeah, no, I definitely think she does. Like, crouch goes under it, needles cancel it. If you have 2 needles, it can break. If Sheik has 2 needles versus a fully charged shot, both characters shoot. Sheik just gets 1 hit.
And Burrito Mobile running away with this. Stocks the 2. And this is a floaty matchup. It's not very volatile. So every percent matters.
Although, I definitely have seen not so much Sheik comboing Samus a lot, but Samus can get really long strings against Sheik, sort of like by hitting them off stage and then sort of hitting them back off stage to edge guard and then rinsing and repeating.
And did you see that reverse bear to get back to the stages?
Yeah,
that was sick. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, so Samus can do that with the wall jump especially. Sheik does that a lot.
Wait, Samus does a wall jump?
Yeah, Samus
Why does Samus get a wall jump? She has like 400 pounds of armor on. Peach doesn't get a wall jump.
No, but she's like really athletic and stuff, so it makes sense. I should probably get inside the frame.
Okay. And yeah, Burrito Mobile kind of running away with this game. But
if he runs the missiles,
ooh, that smash missile, so much
that's gonna be how Rorec brings it back.
Yeah, that missile game. If you can get that started again, forward air is such a good option to get back onto the stage as Samus. You have to respect that for sure.
Alright, so I'm just gonna check the chat for a sec. So Claps is in the chat. So when you play Falcon, what's the second game Falcon? I guess Falco is probably like
I'd say Falco.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking like so Falco is his worst matchup, right? Generally considered.
Yeah, but
Falco.
there's no characters with good matchups against Falco. So
I mean, there's some, but like
Marth maybe.
yeah.
I'd
So
say Marth would probably be the best second.
I was sort of thinking about how Mafia he has Falcon second as a Peach main. So what if as a Falcon main you had a Peach secondary? How would that work? Alright, so Burrito Meal takes it.
Peach is a pretty easy secondary to pick up, although she is kind of janky. And yeah, Burrito Mobile takes it 2-1 over Rorec.
Takes it 2-1, yeah.
Some very solid adaptation. I think the stage selection had a huge impact there. But yeah, I think Rorec Samus looking pretty good.
Yeah, definitely looked a lot better than his Puff.
Yeah, his Puff was holding in a little too much, but Samus